A soft glow filled the room as Eric Hale stepped in front of the camera. His voice was calm, almost poetic, as if he were speaking directly to one person sitting in front of him rather than thousands watching online. "Welcome back, my friend," he said with a gentle smile. "Before we begin, I want to ask you something no one ever thinks about. When was the last time you cleaned your mind?" He paused. "We clean everything in our lives, our homes, our clothes, our cars, our phones. But the one place where we truly live, our mind, stays untouched, overflowed with stress, fear, overthinking, pressure, jealousy, shame, noise, and we wonder why we feel heavy." He walked slowly across the room, the camera following him. "But just imagine waking up every day with a clear mind. Imagine removing negative thoughts the same way you wipe dust off a table. Imagine feeling light again." He turned back to the camera. "That's what tonight is about. Not a lecture, just a conversation between you and me. 7 powerful habits that help me rebuild my peace. And maybe they'll do the same for you." He took a deep breath. "Let's begin." Eric sat on a wooden chair, hands folded gently. "Let me start with this simple thought. Your mind is not a trash can." He leaned forward. "Every day we think thousands of thoughts. Some small, some huge. Some that make us smile, others that break our heart. But the problem is not the thoughts. The problem is that we never release them. We store everything inside. The disappointments we never admitted. The dreams we never told anyone. The guilt we've carried for years. The anger we pretend we don't feel. The loneliness we hide behind a smile." He lifted a tiny notebook from the table. "This is where freedom begins. Writing." He opened the book gently. "When you write your thoughts, you take them out of your head and place them on paper. It's like emotional detox. It's like taking out the garbage that has been sitting inside your mind." Eric told the story of a girl named Mira, someone who had not slept properly for months. Her mind was loud. Her heart was exhausted. Her nights were long. One day, he said softly, someone told Mira, "Stop carrying it inside. Write it out." And she did. Not perfectly, not poetically, just honestly. And in a few days, she changed. Her sleep came back. Her smile returned. Her decisions became clearer, because once the pain had a voice, it stopped screaming. Eric closed the notebook. "Your heart has been strong for too long. Let it breathe." He walked deeper into the room where soft lamps glowed. "Now, let's talk about something we all struggle with, the noise inside our mind." He sat on the floor, legs crossed. "Have you ever felt like your mind won't stop talking? Like it jumps from one fear to another, one memory to another, one worry to another? That's because your brain never gets stillness." Eric held a glass of water. "If you keep shaking water, it stays cloudy. But when you put it down, it becomes clear. Your mind is the same." He guided the listener through slow, deep breaths. Inhale, hold, exhale, pause. Just like that. Navy SEALs use this to stay calm. You can use it to clean your mind. He explained how breathing resets the nervous system, slows stress hormones, and clears the fog inside the brain. He told a story of Jonas Reed, a powerful CEO who felt helpless inside his own mind. One day, he tried 5 minutes of stillness. Just 5. And he said, "It's like someone finally cleaned the window of my life." He started seeing things clearly again. Eric smiled gently. "We underestimate silence, but silence is medicine." The lights dimmed slightly as Eric continued. "Let me ask you something honest. What are you still carrying from yesterday that is hurting your today?" His voice softened. "We carry anger from years ago, mistakes we never forgave ourselves for, people who left, words that destroyed us, memories that never got closure." He shook his head slowly. "Most people are not tired because life is hard. They are tired because of what they carry in their mind." He shared the story of Alina Ward, a woman who spent 20 years carrying pain that never belonged to her. A father who left, a friend who betrayed her, a mistake she made, a child she lost, words her mother said that still stung. She never cried about them, never wrote about them, never let them go. She just carried them. Eric paused, but when she began releasing one memory at a time, she finally said, I feel light. He looked at the camera, quietly. Let go. Not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. He stood up and walked to a bookshelf full of journals and candles. Now, a truth that we often ignore. Your mind is a garden. What are you planting in it daily? He flipped through a phone and showed the endless scroll of noise, drama, gossip, comparison, negativity, mindless entertainment. That's mental junk food, he said. What you feed grows. When you feed negativity, you grow negativity. When you feed fear, you grow fear. But when you feed inspiration, knowledge, love, gratitude, you grow peace. He told a story about Rhea Collins, a young woman who felt tired every morning without knowing why. She discovered the problem when she wrote down her habits. The first thing she did every morning was open Instagram, and she started her day comparing, not creating, not living, just comparing. He smiled. When she stopped using social media in the morning, she said, I finally found myself again. Eric leaned in slightly. What you consume shapes what you become. Guard your mind like a treasure. Then came the part that touched the deepest layer of the heart. A question for you, Eric whispered. How do you talk to yourself when no one is around? He placed a hand on his chest. Because that voice inside your head is your true home. And some people live with a cruel inner voice for so long that they don't remember what kindness feels like. He described how childhood criticism, rejection, abandonment, and heartbreak shape the voice inside us. How the words of others become the words we repeat to ourselves. How slowly we become our own enemy. You don't need more discipline. You need more love. Eric looked directly into the lens. Speak to yourself with kindness. Tell yourself, I am enough. I am trying. I am healing. I am growing. And I deserve peace. He rested his palm on his heart. You've been hurting alone for too long. Be gentle with yourself. The ending. Eric took a deep breath, the room silent, his voice soft and warm. My friend, life is not asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be aware. Aware of what you carry. Aware of what you consume. Aware of how you breathe. Aware of how you speak to yourself. Every habit is a small light, and when you bring these lights together, even the darkest mind becomes bright again. He smiled. You don't need to fix your whole life today. Just clean one corner of your mind. Tomorrow, clean another. And slowly, beautifully, your mind will feel like home again. He looked directly into the camera. You deserve a clear mind. You deserve peace. And I'm proud of you for choosing it. The screen faded into soft music.